Hi everybody, how's it going? That was my little friend, the salmon here. We're going to talk about salmon today, but before we do, I just wanted to sing our hello song again. So we want to just stretch our arms up high one more time, reach high into the sky and say hello! Very good. Now can we touch our toes all the way down to your toes, or you can lift your toes up, hello! And say it in a low voice this time. Hello! Very good. Who can say hello super duper fast? Hello! Hello! Nice. Can you say it really slowly, like a turtle? Hello! All right, we're going to sing the hello song, so I'm going to pop back on the keys over here. All right, remember those 4 ways we just talked about, okay? All right, here we go. So glad you guys could be here today. I'm excited for the show. We're going to talk about salmon, about migration patterns, and all sorts of fun stuff. All right, let's get all warmed up here. So get up on your feet, and to everyone you meet, just say hello, 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 hello. When you meet somebody new, well, the first thing you should do is say hello, 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 hello. So get up on your feet, all the way up here to your toes, and to everyone you meet, just say hello, 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 hello. When you meet somebody new, well, the first thing you can do is say hello, 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 hello. Can you say it really high? Can you say it really low? Hello. There you go. Can you say it really fast? Hello, hello, hello. Can you say it really, really slow? Hello. Say it high. Hello. Say it low. Hello. Say it turbo speed fast. Oh. Can you say it really slow? And get up on your feet, and to everyone you meet, just say hello, 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 hello. When you meet somebody new, well, the first thing you could do is say hello, 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 hello. But 6 feet away, right? We gotta say hello. You over there on the other side of the street, I can't wait to see you again. Hello, hello. When you meet somebody new, well, the first thing you can do is say hello, 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 hello. Can you say it really high? Hello. Say it low. Hello. Say it fast. Hello. Can you say it really slow? Hello. Say it high. Hello. Say it low. Hello. Say it turbo speed fast. Hello. Can you say it really slow? And get on your feet, and to everyone you meet, just say hello, 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 hello. When you meet somebody new, well, the first thing you can do is say hello, 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 hello. All right, hi everybody. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. I wanted to read a little story. It's called Hello, Sacred Life. All right, this story is by Kim Kranz. Hello, Sacred Life, written and illustrated by Kim Kranz. Hello, Sacred Sun. We talked all about the sun yesterday with my friend Tia Powell in honor of Cinco de Mayo and the sun. Hello, Sun song that she helped do the artwork for. How I love you, sun. All right. Hello, Sacred Moon. I love the moon. Did you see the moon last night? Hello, Sacred Earth. This is our beautiful home. Look how beautiful that is. Hello, Sacred Water. Today we're going to talk about the salmon who lives in the sacred water. And a little shout out to my friend Dave the Wave, who likes to play shows with us. He represents the water in our show. Hi, Dave. Hello, Sacred Fire. Ah, look at how beautiful that is. It keeps us warm. Hello, Sacred Air. Hello, Sacred Space. Hello, sacred light. Hello, sacred dark. Hello, sacred children. That includes you. Hi, everybody. Hello, sacred life. All right, since we say hello to each other every day with that song, I thought it'd be nice to say hello to the sacred earth and the air and the fire and the wind and all the things that give us life. All right, so today we are going to talk about a very sacred friend of mine, salmon, right? There's something that they do every year. Salmon migrate. Lots of salmon migrate all the way from the rivers and the streams all the way to the ocean. Does anybody have any idea what the word migrate means? So migrate is when you move from one place to another, either for food, maybe for warmth, maybe for breeding. If they want to start new life and they have a certain spot in mind that they need to do that, that's what the salmon do, right? So can you think of an animal that might migrate from one place to the other for warmth? I'll give you a hint. Birds, right? Yeah, there's a very special bird that lives in this part of the world, or at least they migrate through it. And I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know where you guys are. Go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know where you're joining in from. Hi, Brooke. Oh, thanks. We'll be back at Hootenanny soon, hopefully. After July 8th, I guess, something like that. Anyway, so there's a very special bird, the brant, that flies right through this part of the world, okay? And they're also known as the talking goose. And you might have heard them. This happens in the fall. They travel from the Arctic all the way south. Some of them stop on Tillamook Shore, which is very near here. So we're going to sing a little song about the brant migration. And you know what? There's some other animals that migrate too, and we'll get to those later. All right, so get your brant birdie arms ready. I need you all to fly with me, okay? Here we go. Let me see those wings. Flap your wings. Nice. Now these brant, they're getting a little bit cold, so they're going to start their journey to fly south for the winter, okay? And some fall morning when the summer's over, I fly away to a home on Tillamook Shore, and I fly away when I fly away, oh glory, I fly away in the morning when I fly, hallelujah, by and by. I fly away. So can you fly real high, all the way up to the sky? Can you soar to the floor as we sing it once more? When those signs of autumn cold have shown, I fly away. Then like the brant from Arctic shores have flown, I fly away. When I fly away, oh glory, I fly away in the morning, and when I fly, hallelujah, by and by, I fly away. So let's fly real high, all the way up to the sky, and let's soar to the floor as we sing it once more. In the spring, we'll stop to eat and rest. Okay, birdies, go to sleep. Everyone has to go to sleep because it's a long journey. We have a long journey ahead of us. We can't sleep right now. We should eat something. Do you guys know what birds like to eat? Some of them might like to eat fish. I don't know. Some of them like to eat seeds and nuts. Actually, they don't have fingers like this, do they? They would peck it with their little beaks. Some birds really like to eat worms. Do you guys want to eat a nice, juicy, big old worm with me? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, grab your worm, slurp it down. Yum. All right, are you guys nice and full? We gotta get ready to fly. Okay, flap your wings because then we'll fly away. We'll flying by. I fly away. Do you want to sing with me? I fly away, oh glory. I fly away in the morning, and when I fly, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Let's fly away. Let's fly. All right, clap your wings. We're home. Nice job, birds. All right, so next fall, you might see the Brants flying through Portland. They're heading for Tillamook Shore to stay all nice and warm. Some of them keep going down to Mexico, but some of them will stay in our neck of the woods. All right, you know what? There are other animals that migrate, but also people migrate, right? I have a friend, Henning, who loves this way of migrating. He loves trains, right? Sometimes people migrate too for different reasons. So we're gonna sing a little song about our choo-choo train, all right? This is for you, Henning, if you're watching. There's a little train that I have in mind, and there's one car on the very back of this train. It's red. And does anybody know what that's called? The last car on the train? Did somebody say caboose? You're right. This is all about my friend, the little red caboose. So if you guys want to help me, I'm going to say chugga chugga. Then you get to say choo choo. Let's try it together. Chugga chugga choo choo. Chugga chugga choo choo. Chugga chugga choo choo. All right. I see the little red caboose, chug chug chug. Little red caboose, chug chug chug. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, there's a smokestack on his back. He's coming around the track. Little red caboose behind the train. He's the last car on the end. He's my favorite friend. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, he's traveling so far. He's my favorite car. Little red caboose behind the train. I said a chugga chugga choo choo, chugga chugga choo choo, chugga chugga choo choo. Little red caboose, chug chug chug. Little red caboose, chug chug chug. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, there's a smokestack on his back. He's coming around the track. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, he's the last car on the end. He's my favorite friend. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, he's traveling so far. He's my favorite car. Little red caboose behind the train. Chugga chugga choo choo, chugga chugga choo choo, chugga chugga choo choo. I see the chugga chugga choo choo train rolling down the choo choo lane. I hear your whistle blowing loud. Choo choo, chug choo choo train rolling down the choo choo lane. I hear your whistle blowing loud. And now it's going forward. Here we go. Now it's going backwards. Slow. All aboard! Okay, do you guys want to go really slowly or really quickly? I thought so. You ready to go fast? Get your speedy shoes ready. And chug 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 choo 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 chug 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 choo 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 chug 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 choo choo chugga chugga choo choo. Wow, that was super fast. I didn't even see you guys. You were so quick. All right. I see the little red caboose, chug chug chug. Little red caboose, chug chug chug. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, there's a smokestack on his back. He's coming around the track. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, he's the last car on the end. He's my favorite friend. Little red caboose behind the train. Well, he's traveling so far. He's my favorite car. Little red caboose behind the train. Here he goes. And he's going forward. Here we go. Now he's going backwards, going backwards, slow. All right, we're gonna start out really slow. Get your train arms ready. Chug, 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 choo, choo. Here we go. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Chug, 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 choo, 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 choo. Chug, 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 choo, choo, choo. Whoa. Chugga, 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 choo, choo, choo. All right, nice driving your trains, you guys. Very, very good. All right, so we've learned that birds like to migrate, that people like to migrate. And do you remember what migrate means? Travel from one place to the other for shelter, for warmth, and for breeding patterns, and to go visit your grandma, right? Okay, there's one other animal that we've talked about a couple times, salmon. Salmon migrate as well. They start in the river or the streams, and they travel all the way to the ocean. They spend some time in the ocean swimming around. This is so fun. Hi, baby beluga whale. Hi, squid. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to go back home and start new life. And then they swim upstream all the way back home, lay some eggs. The men come, they fertilize the eggs, and then new life starts. All right, so that's the salmon life cycle in a nutshell. So we're going to talk about the Pacific salmon here. There are lots of tribes in the Pacific Northwest that depended on salmon. I have this little worksheet that we'll try to post after this. Salmon is an essential part of the cultures of the Pacific Northwest. That's where I live. That might be where you live too. They celebrate the return of the salmon each year with great feasts, dancing, singing, and celebrations. Below are some of the important fish that the tribes harvest each year. We've got Chinook salmon, sockeye salmon, coho salmon, and lamprey. One of these things is not like the other. We'll talk about lamprey in another episode, but for right now, we're going to focus on these 3 types of salmon here. There are 2 more that are found in the Pacific Northwest that we'll learn about as well. Did you know that this is the time of year when the salmon are swimming upstream heading home? It's called the salmon run. You might have seen the salmon jumping. Some of them like to jump up waterfalls. They're trying to get all the way back home. So this is a really important time of year for a lot of people, especially the tribes of the Pacific Northwest that honor the salmon. All right, so what we're going to do right now, I'm going to show you a little photo here. This is the photo of Cedar. He's right there. In his little cup there, he's got an alevin, which is part of the salmon life cycle. Basically, it's a really small salmon. They're not quite big enough to swim to the ocean. They're really small. They've just started their life. And what he's doing here, this is at Tillamook Forest Park, and he's about to release the salmon. So we're going to watch this release. This is something that the park started doing. They raised the salmon, and they released them in the stream. Right now, there's some issues with salmon, bringing salmon back to a lot of our streams and rivers. Because of the dams, a lot of the salmon have not been able to get back home to respawn. So people are taking it upon themselves to try to help that by releasing salmon in areas where they know that they will get back to. So here, we're going to watch a little video.
There you go.
Cedar.
Let's do another one.
Releasing the salmon.
He's right there. See him? You see him right there? Yeah, they're going to be friends. Yeah.
He's excited. They're going to be friends with the other salmon he's released already. There he goes, swimming away.
Grandma has one more for you. Here you go, ready? Right
So
here.
they gave us several little cups to release. We got to release a few different alevins. Here we go. There's another one. All right. So what we have here is the salmon life cycle. Okay. You see at the very top, the little balls? Those are little baby salmon eggs. So we're about to play a music video all about salmon. And when we sing about the eggs, what we're going to do is make a little ball like this, okay? Get down into a little tiny ball, like your little baby salmon egg. And then the song's going to tell us to hatch. We get to hatch, right? And next we turn into, look at those little funny guys with the little, looks like a little ball on their bellies. Those are alevin. They have a yolk sac connected to their bodies. right? So the eggs are there for quite a while, and then they hatch about 6 months, and then they hatch into these alevins. So for about the next 6 weeks, these alevin, they start to absorb the yolk sac. That's the food that they eat, okay? So when I sing about alevins, I want us to just kind of wiggle around like this. They can't really swim yet. They're just kind of wiggling around in the gravel where the eggs have hatched. Okay, but eventually, after about 6 weeks, they get to emerge out of the gravel. So when I say emerge, we're going to go like this, woo! And we're going to swim out of the gravel. We turn into small fry. So that picture that I showed you of Cedar, he is releasing a small fry right there after the alevin stage. It's kind of right between the alevin stage and the small fry. So there he is, releasing that small fry. So now the small fry can swim around a little bit. They stay in the stream that they're released in for about 2 years, or if they hatch in that stream for 2 years, they swim around, they're eating, they're getting bigger, they're getting smarter and stronger and faster, and then the next stage is down here at the bottom, they're smolts. Smolts are big enough now to start making their way to the ocean. So when we sing about smolts, let's swim around a little bit. We're heading to the ocean, okay? And finally, when they reach the ocean, they are adult salmon. This more silver one right here on the bottom left, that's the adult salmon. They stay in the ocean for 1 year, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. And some of them are hanging out with baby beluga. Some of them see some jellyfish, and oh, there's a shark. Oh my gosh, they're swimming away. They're trying to evade the predators. And of course, there are lots of fishermen that are trying to catch them in the ocean too. So if they make it 5 whole years maybe, they're ready to go back home after that and start the whole cycle over again. So then they turn into this last one here, the spawners. They're ready to go home. And if you're a female, you're ready to lay some eggs. If you're a male, you're ready to go fertilize those eggs. So they have to swim back home. You know what that means? They have to swim upstream. Now, imagine, if you're swimming with the current, it's pretty easy. Woohoo! If you're swimming upstream, it's really hard. Oh my gosh, you have to use all of your strength to keep going. Not only that, you have to jump up waterfalls. Can you imagine? So when we sing about jumping up waterfalls, jump like that, okay? And you have to swim past bears. Woo! Swim past fishermen. And hopefully you don't run into any dams. And if you make it all the way back home, the females get to lay some new eggs. The males get to come and fertilize the eggs. And then the eggs hatch into alevins, and we start the whole cycle all over again. So here we go. We're going to play this music video about the salmon life cycle. And go ahead and remember those motions I taught you. Egg, hatch, alevin, small fry, smolts, and adults. Pew. Okay, you guys got it? Here we go.
Can you feel it? Oh, 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 oh. Coming at you, can you feel it? Oh, 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 oh. Coming at you, can you feel it? Oh, 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 oh. Coming at you, can you feel it? Oh, 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 oh. Coming at you. We're in Mom used her tail to build a nest, and now we rest until we hatch alevins, and we eat our yolk sac. Oh, and we try, oh, we try, oh, we try to emerge from the gravel as small fry. So can you feel it? Oh, 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 oh. Coming at you, can you feel it? Oh, 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 oh. Coming at you, can you feel it? Oh, 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 can you feel it? Oh, oh, can you feel it? Oh, oh, can you feel it? Oh, can you feel it? We spend a year swimming in the ocean. We'll stay for 2 or maybe 5, and then one day we'll get that feeling to go back home and start new life. Oh, and we try, oh, we try, oh, we try to swim upstream because our home is on our hearts and minds. Oh, can you feel it? Oh, can you feel it? Oh, can you feel it? Oh, can you feel it?
All right, so I just wanted to mention that was done by my friend Josh over at Roll Stars Production. And just thank you so much for that video, Josh. I hope you guys liked it. It featured a lot of kiddos from Portland, so you might recognize somebody in that video. We filmed that last year, almost a year ago now, just about. So yeah, thanks so much for being a part of that video, guys. I just wanted to teach you one really cool trick to remember the 5 kinds of salmon. I showed you that little sheet earlier with 3 of them on it, but we're gonna learn the other 2, and I'll teach you a really fun way to know. The first one, your thumb, okay? Thumb rhymes with chum. Chum is a type of salmon that sharks love to eat, okay? A lot of times the sharks are fed chum. The second one, you can sock your eye out, right? With your pointer finger, ow! That's sockeye salmon. So we've got chum, sockeye. The third one, this tall man here, tall man, say hello. That reminds us of a king, right? A tall king. So we're gonna call this the king salmon. So we got chum, sockeye, king. This fourth one here, ring finger. A lot of times rings are silver, right? So this is gonna be our silver salmon. Chum, sockeye, king, silver. And what do you guys think about this pinky? What kind of salmon do you think the pinky would be? Pink salmon, you got it. All right, so let's review. Chum, sockeye, king, silver, and pink. So those are our 5 types of salmon that are found in the Pacific Northwest. We have Atlantic salmon, but we're not gonna find those over here, right? So remember those 5 kinds. Salmon are very important to a lot of people, and it is our job to help protect them. All right, we're gonna finish today with one more song about another way to travel. This way is by horseback. A lot of people used to do the sacred hoop to travel around with the seasons. A lot of tribes traveled the hoop, and often horses were involved later on. So we're gonna sing our last song called Cowboy Sweetheart, and I want everyone to get on their little horse and gallop along with me, okay? So find your horsey, or, you know, your unicorn, whatever you want to ride is fine with me. All right, thank you guys for being here. I will show the little PayPal, Venmo screen if you guys want to help out. A lot of artists right now that used to depend on this income, right, from shows are out of work, so it goes a long way if you can give just a little bit, a couple bucks goes a long way. Thank you guys for being here, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. I want to be a cowboy sweetheart. I want to learn to rope and ride. I want to ride through the plains and the desert out west of the Great Divide. my unicorn. Golden at a pace I'm gonna feel the wind in my hair. Well, 1,000 miles from all of these Portland lights, moving like I just don't care. I'm gonna pillow my head next to that sleeping herd as the moon shines down from above. I'm gonna strum my guitar and ukulele. That's the life I choose to love. Ukulele, your love, Okay, who would like to ride their horse even faster? You guys ready to go this fast? We're gonna go turbo speed galloping now. Here we go! Can you go even faster? Oh my gosh! Here we go, we're galloping now! Whoa! Alright, thanks everyone for being here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we will see you tomorrow. We're going to learn all about the water cycle tomorrow, and I've got a really cool terrarium project we can build together, and which will showcase how the water cycle works, and you can keep it at home and sort of watch the whole process. So we'll see you tomorrow, and in the meantime, have a great rest of your day today. Enjoy your yummy lunch or your nap time that you're about to go to if you're in the Pacific Northwest like me. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Have a great one.
Can you feel it?